Minute to wait.
Okay, so there it is, 4 o'clock.
There it is, 4 o'clock. Okay. I'm going to call to order the hearing on the application of Martin Gallagher and Sheila Conley of 4 Collamore Street, dated March 14th, 2024, seeking a variance to build an addition to the right and rear of the existing structure. The property is located in a Residence C zoning district. The proposed structure would have a setback of 6.8 feet on the front right side and 7.2 feet on the rear right side, right front side and rear right side, when 10 feet is normally required. And the rear left corner of the addition is designed to be constructed 11.9 feet from the right side when 20 feet is normally acquired by article in the zoning bylaw. My name is Virginia Donahue King. I'll be acting as the board tonight and make the decision on this application. In the file, I have a number of items. I have a map of the locus and plot plan of the existing house as well as the proposed addition. I have various front, side, and rear elevations of the current house as well as the proposed addition on the current house. And plot plan, oh, you had the plot plan already, yeah. And a lot of schematics of what the building structure would be and what the plans for the inside are. In order to make sure that everybody is identified that wants to speak today, please, before speaking, go ahead and say your name and your address. And we can start by, if you would like to give us an idea of why you're seeking this and what we can expect from it and how it will be wonderful in your neighborhood and so forth, that would be great. So I'll turn it over to Sheila and Martin.
Perfect, thank you. So I'm Sheila Connolly and we're at 4 Collamore Street in East Milton.
And I'm Martin Gallagher, also at 4 Collamore Street in Milton.
Mm-hmm. Cool, all right, so nice to meet you. Thank you so much for letting us take the time to talk about a proposed addition today. Just for some background, Marty and I have been living in the Boston area since 2015. We spent a few years in Southie and Savin Hill before buying our first home on Collamore Street back in April of 2022. So on October 27th of last year, our car caught fire in our driveway, quickly spreading to the house. Thanks to the immediate response of the Milton Fire Department, no one was hurt and our beloved cats were rescued from the building, but we've been unable to live in our home ever since. The outpouring of support from our neighbors, both the night of the fire and the weeks and months after, has been truly amazing and really solidified for us that we were in the right place to grow our family. It's just a great neighborhood. As life threw us this curveball last fall, we decided that we were already displaced. Major repairs needed to be done to mend the fire damage. This could be a great time to add on some additional space to grow our family. So when we started planning this project, we didn't realize that our home sits on a non-conforming lot. After talking with other neighbors who have put on additions on our street, this seems to be commonplace in our area. We also learned that because our home is on a corner lot, we have 2 front setbacks, one on Church Street and one on Collamore Street. And I was wondering if it would be okay if I could briefly share my screen just to use a copy of our plot plan as a visual aid. Is
Sure.
that okay? Great. Oh, it says the host disabled participant screen sharing, but I don't have to. I can just talk through it if you have a copy of them as well.
Yeah, so what would you like me to look at while you go through it?
So we actually had 2 marked up versions of the plot plan, but you could just look if you have the existing and the proposed there.
I do.
Side by side is what I was going to show.
Okay.
Cool. So as you can see on one of the plot plans, that because Church Street angles inwards towards the rear of our lot, it makes it difficult to design an addition that would be square to the existing house, provide adequate space, and still sit within the required setbacks. So of note, the proposed addition will put our structure further away from the existing footprint on the right-hand side of our lot. So this abutter at 10 Collamore Street has also included a letter of support that we submitted with our application. So that was one thing I was going to show, was that we're actually going to be a little further away from that side. And then at the rear, the back left corner of the proposed addition will be roughly in line with the existing sunroom on the left side of the property. So you can kind of see from the edge of the sunroom on the left side of the house, you could imagine a red line to the end of the proposed addition, kind of in line that same part of the house.
Yeah, it kind of it's kind of perpendicular to the sidewalk on Church Street. So the left portion of the house, which is shown in blue on the existing plan, the idea is that, you know, it wouldn't jut out too much more than that line of sight. So it wouldn't affect it wouldn't affect sight lines, I guess, in the back there.
Well, yes, it's a lot with a pressing kind of shape to it, which is a little difficult to accommodate things. So duly noted. Duly noted.
So just the last point on that is the construction materials and features for our proposed addition will be in keeping with the style of the neighborhood and the existing house, and will be similar to additions carried out at neighboring properties on our street. That's what I was going to go over, showing the plot plans. Do you have any questions for us at the top half of that review?
You've answered most of it. That it's going to be in keeping with the prior home, although a larger home. That you've talked to your neighbor at number 10 Collamore. Have you talked to any of your other neighbors?
Yeah, so once we realized we needed a variance, we made sure to get feedback from our abutters on the proposed design, and we received approval from everyone that we talked to on our plan. So that includes our across the street neighbor, that includes across the Church Street neighbor, and our neighbors directly behind us as well.
Okay, and do you happen to have what their addresses are, or perhaps their names if you don't have the addresses?
Yeah, I can have the addresses. Let me just grab it up here.
So to start, number 10 Collamore Street, that's Wendy McHugh and Scott McHugh, who provided a letter of support in the package. And then Sheila's just checking the address behind us, but that is Emily and Matt Ryan behind us. I'll just double check their address now.
And then Sally Hayward is across the street. I'll just check her address as well. She submitted a letter for us. It should be in the application.
I don't have a letter, but I don't have those, but
yeah, I think we sent them to Bill, so he had, I think, uploaded them to the server.
oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm going through that, finding the addresses. Okay, so Emily and Matt Ryan are at 191 Church Street.
Okay.
Sally Hayward is at 171 Church Street. Wendy and Scott McHugh are at 10 Collamore.
I think we're frozen.
I think we might be. Can the Gallaghers hear us? I think we lost them.
We've lost them. Well, I'm going to assume that they're going to be calling right back in. So.
Yeah, well, I'll be looking for them. So just as we're waiting,
Mhm.
I do see the letters of support. 171 Church Street, Sally Hayward,
Got it?
Wendy McHugh at 10 Collamore,
Got it?
180 Church Street.
180 Church Street. Who's that?
That's Alicia and Michael Boylan.
And how do you spell that? Well, I'll probably just,
Boylan is the last name.
okay.
And that is looks like all of the letters of support
Okay.
in there.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay, there's Marty again.
Good.
Marty, can you hear us?
Hi, yeah, sorry, you can't make this up. We lost Wi-Fi in our apartment.
Sorry about that.
We're on Marty's phone now trying to see if we can make the video.
Oh, okay. Well, the good thing is, while you were absent, we were able to pull up those letters from the file. So I have those in my my notes here for the decision that I'll be writing. Is there anyone out there that wanted to speak on this besides the applicants? Oh, there you are. Hello.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
Don't worry about it.
Back.
Is there anybody out there in Cyberland that wanted to add anything, or, well, if there's not, I'm going to close the evidentiary portion of the hearing and decide this application right here and now. It's it's a terrible thing that there was a fire, and you're making your house the house that you want to stay in with your growing family and so forth. It's an unusual lot. It's got a acute angle in it, which is not easy to deal with when you're trying to site a house, and especially when you're trying to add to a house that's already been built. So I see that this is a very much of a hardship for the owners to make good use of their land without having to go into those setbacks a little bit. And it's noted that there's more of a setback now on the right-hand side, even though there's a slightly larger one on the left-hand side. So I find that there's no property that's going to be adversely affected by this, and that I am voting as a party of one, that party of one and one is enough to grant this application. And congratulations on the new house. And I hope that with this nicer weather we'll be having, that you'll be back into your home as quickly as possible.
Thank you very much.
Very much.
You're very welcome.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you so much. And sorry about the internet again.
It's not your fault. I mean, we love technology until it doesn't work out for it.
It's Murphy's Law all over the place here. So awesome. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else?
Oh, I should say it's going to take me a little bit of time to write the decision because each property is different. So I'll be writing that as quickly as possible. So you can't apply for the building permit until this has been filed by the town clerk for 20 days. So I will try to get this written quickly so that can start the 20-day appeal period, during which generally nothing happens. But before that, can't pull a building permit until that 20 days has expired. But there's preliminary work that you could have started during this time. Some of the things that don't involve actually, just taking things down, or taking things down and making them ready to be able to accept the building, but no actual building until the building permit can be pulled. So that'll be 20 days after I file something, and I'll try to get that done soon for you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate that.
Bill, we've got a little
Yes.
bit of time here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to put myself on mute and
Yep.
I don't know, get a cup of coffee.
That's a great idea. I think I will be joining you in that.
Okay, I'll see you in 15.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You're very
Bye.
welcome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye now.
It's now 4:30. You're muted, Ginny.
There we go. Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to call to order the 4:30 hearing upon the application of Benjamin Nevis and Sybil Turk by their attorney, Marian McKettrick, at 54 Landon Road, dated March 18th, 2024, seeking a special permit to build a single-story porch addition to the front of their home. The property is located in a Residence C zoning district. This addition would be built at a distance of 14 feet from the front yard lot line when 20 are normally required by the Milton bylaw. My name is Virginia Donahue King, and I'll be acting as the board making the decision on this application this afternoon. In the file, I have the application. I have the denial letter from our building inspector. I have a letter from Attorney McKettrick explaining the need to have that addition made and why it would be a good idea and not harmful to the neighborhood. I have drawings, architectural drawings of what the inside and outside of the house will currently look like and what they will look like after the proposed building is allowed and built. Let's see. I have a plot plan showing the property. And I have to just say that my grandparents lived on Robin Street, so our backyard actually connected. So I spent a lot of time there as a youngster. I have a couple of letters from abutters on either side of the applicants. One from Donovan Lee at 169 Robin Street, and the other by Jacqueline Smith at 50 Landon Road. They are direct abutters on the side of the applicants, and they have reviewed the plans and approved the plans for the proposed building. So I'd like to now turn it over to Attorney McKettrick and see what we can decide on this tonight.
Thank you. I just have a question. Am I supposed to be visible here or not?
Yes. Now, if you, let's see at the bottom of your screen, if you move your mouse down to that point, let's see, in the, not to the very bottom, but kind of in the area where the applicants are, you have to put your cursor over it and it will say stop video or start video.
Stop video. Yeah.
So just tap that and we should be able to see.
Well, I don't see those. It doesn't matter. You can hear me, right?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. So you will have to not be able to see me, but I look the same. And I'll just go ahead and introduce myself. And if you can see the applicants, I'll introduce them and they will make some comments as well. So my name is Marian McKettrick, and I'm an attorney, and I represent Benjamin Nevis and Sybil Turk. And here you go. I'm joining as a panel.
There we go. Sorry about that. Rookie mistake. Bear with me.
Thank you very much. Now you can see me. Okay, thanks. So yes, I'm Marian McKettrick. I'm here. You can hear me, I believe. And I represent the applicants, Benjamin Nevis and Sybil Turk. They approached me a couple of months ago after consulting with the building department and their architect. And so what the Nevises are doing is they're doing very nice renovation work on their house, which is a smaller Cape Cod style house with second story windows, but not a full second story. And the only part of their project that did not meet the zoning setback standards was the front porch. So they want to create a new front porch. It will be enclosed. It's just a small single-story structure. It will be added to the center of the house in the front. And it's, as you can see from the architectural plans, I think if you look at page A21, there's a very nice rendering of the front porch, which shows that there's a center door and there's a smaller window on the left, a little larger window on the right, and then a side view that shows that on each side of the porch, there will be another 2 windows. So even though this is just a small addition of a porch, it's nicely designed. There's a peaked roof that has a peak that's very similar to the second story window peaks on this house. So the history here is that the house was built in 1947, but it's on a non-conforming lot. It has non-conforming left and right setbacks of 8.8 feet and 9.8 feet. Those are all shown in the plot plan. The house is legal as is, but in order to add on to it, the building commissioner has decided that a special permit is required. So that's what we're here for tonight. You can see that, if you were to drive around this neighborhood, and maybe Ms. Donahue is very familiar with it since her grandparents used to live here, there are a number of Cape Cod style houses, and there have been some interesting improvements, including some really, really nice landscaping to a few of them. But they're still small. They're on smaller lots. So what the applicants are doing here is not trying to enlarge their house beyond what they'd be allowed to do under zoning, but they do want to add a front porch, and in order to do that, they have to go into the front setback of 20 feet. This front porch will serve a number of purposes, but as we all know, a front entryway is great for leaving your wet boots and your coats, and it keeps dirt out of the house. So, it's just a desirable improvement, and it's been designed quite nicely by these applicants. You see a lot of these little front entryways that have been added to houses in Milton, but this one in particular, I think, is well designed, and it's an improvement. It makes the house look more attractive. So that's my very simple introduction. I think both of the applicants are here, and I don't know if they would like to add anything, if that's all right with you, Ginny.
Certainly.
Shall I speak? Anything you'd like to say, both of you?
Sure. Hi. Thank you so much for this opportunity to speak with you. Marion, I appreciate everything that you shared already. We have lived here since November of 2016. We moved in here before we had our child, who's now 5. And we've kind of watched over the last several years as the neighborhood has turned over a little bit. We absolutely love this neighborhood. Like I said, our daughter is 5. She has, I think, 7 or 8 little friends between like 5 and 7 that are, right around here. And just yesterday, we had a couple of kids over. And as our home currently stands, because it's a cape and you walk right into the center stairs, basically, we've been using our dining room as kind of a drop zone. And so there are like little shoes everywhere, bags, everything just gets sort of dropped there. And so because we love our neighborhood so much and we have no desire to leave, our goal is really to make the home that we're in more functional for us as a family, and for all of these little kids who I think are going to be even more in and out of our house as things continue. Anything else?
No, I think you covered it really well. We're just very excited to, we're setting down roots in the neighborhood. We're making this house our long-term home and love everything about it. And hopefully, our goal is to keep the neighborhood looking nice, feeling nice, being functional for everyone. And thank you again for having us here today.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. That completes our presentation. If there are questions, we'd be glad to answer them.
Okay, it looks like everything is going to be done according to the plans that have been submitted, and they look like great plans, and a lot of thought went into them. So I guess I will, unless there's somebody out there that I don't know about that wants to speak, I'm going to close the testimony part of the hearing and decide on this right here and now. As you say, they're small lots, and it's hard to put anything in there without going into the setbacks, the prescribed setbacks. This is a modest addition. It will very much help you. It will be good for the neighborhood, as it will look nice and update the house and all. And so with the agreement of the neighbors to the right and left of you, who are the most affected by this, with their saying that they like that, I see no reason to deny that special permit to you. So hereby vote to award that special permit to you, and congratulations on that.
Thank you so much. We're very excited.
You're very welcome.
I'm certainly happy to draft a decision if that would be helpful. Would you like me to do that?
That would be great to make it happen faster.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody have a good night.
Thank you, everyone.
You too.
Yeah.
Bye now.